This is where my entire move abroad really started. Not in a beach town, not in the capital, and not somewhere other foreigners already approved. It started in a city most people scrolling right now would immediately reject. And that's exactly why it mattered. Be honest, if you moved to a new country tomorrow, would you choose the place everyone else chose? Or the place that forces you to build a life without a safety net? Because most people don't actually want change. They want a different backdrop for the same comfort zone. And this city exposed that in me. When people talk about moving abroad, they usually talk about lifestyle upgrades. Better weather, lower rent, palm trees, walkable neighborhoods. But what they don't talk about is identity. Because when you remove your environment, what's left is just you. San Francisco de Macorís isn't curated. It's not built for expats. It's not built for tourists. And it's not performing for outsiders. It's a working Dominican city in the middle of the country. And for $300 a month, you can live here. But the apartment isn't even the interesting part. The interesting part is who thrives here and who doesn't. There are two types of people that's watching this video right now. The ones thinking, this actually makes sense. And the ones thinking, why would anyone choose that over a beach? I'm genuinely curious about which one you are, because your reaction probably says more about you than it does about the actual city. For $300 here, you're typically looking at something like this. 1 or 2 bedrooms, real square footage, residential neighborhood. It's not optimized for short-term rentals like Airbnbs. This isn't your Instagram-ready apartment, but it's functional and it's grounded. It's the kind of space locals actually live in. And for a lot of people, that's where the discomfort starts, because there's nothing performative about it. There's nothing that attaches to their identity. It's just space. And when there's just space, you have to bring something into it. We say that we want authenticity, but what we usually want is curated authenticity. We want culture, as long as it still accommodates us. We want affordability, as long as it's in a place somebody else already validated. We want to be different, but not disoriented or lost. San Francisco, it doesn't validate you. It doesn't flatter you. It just exists. And that forces a question most people don't want to answer. If there's no stimulation, no status, no narrative, do you still feel like this is for you? Or do you feel lost? Here's another example of what $300 gets you here. Different layout, same principle. Space without performance. Balcony, functional kitchen, residential area. But this is everyday Dominican life, not the highlight reel. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people don't avoid cities like this because they're bad. They avoid them because there's no status attached to surviving them. There's no social media leverage here. No built-in identity. You don't get to say, I moved to the most exciting place. You just live. And that scares people more than they admit. This isn't even about the Dominican Republic. You can replace this city with a small town you never even consider, or the job that you'd never take, or the neighborhood that isn't really trendy, or a country that isn't popular. Most people don't test environments deeply. They just test popularity. And And then they say, I tried. But trying the safest version of something isn't the same as exploring it. And that pattern shows up everywhere, not just here. Now me, if I had started in Punta Cana, I might have mistaken tourism for culture. If I had started in Santo Domingo, I might have mistaken movement for meaning. But starting here in San Francisco forced me into a routine. No beach distractions, no expat echo chamber, no performance layer, just daily life. And when daily life is all that's left, you find out who you are without stimulation. That's where my move abroad really started. Not geographically, but psychologically. Here's another example of what that $300 would get you. Different building, same principle. It's not glamorous, it's not cinematic, but it's real. And real environments remove excuses. If you're bored here, there's nothing external to blame. That's why some people call cities like this boring. But sometimes what feels boring is just the absence of distraction. And distraction hides a lot. Some people watching this are thinking, this is romanticizing small cities. And I know other people are thinking, this is what real life actually looks like. And both of those reactions are good. But here's the deeper thing that I want to bring up. Cities don't expose themselves. They just expose you. If you land somewhere without a pre-built narrative and you feel restless, that feeling isn't about the city itself. It's about your relationship to being still. And most people choose validation over growth. And it's not because they're weak. It's because validation just feels safer. San Francisco de Macorís in Dominican Republic is not for everyone. But that's not the argument. The argument is this. If your version of change always comes pre-approved, then is that really change? This is where my move abroad really started. Because this is where I stopped chasing environments that flattered me, that accommodated me. And I started sitting in one that didn't. The apartment cost $300, but the real cost was giving up the illusion that I needed a curated backdrop to build a life. And most people will never stay somewhere long enough to find out who they are without one.